Hi everyone, it is good to be back. Now the rumor has it, the Nikon D5600 and D3500 are dead, which is big news. Question is, what does that mean for entry-level photographers? That's what we're going to talk about today. Now, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dave Betts, and I really like to make videos about various tech products and stuff like that I'm using, particularly relating to photography and videography. I like to think of them as normal people reviews. And by the way, for those of you who are even a little bit interested, the last few weeks for me have been pretty intense since my last video. My wife and I had our first child, which has been awesome and exciting and crazy and cool, but also an absolute whirlwind. Like, man, parenting is hard. And, while I've been gone, like I say, there have been these rumblings about the Nikon D5600. And I know that this is a big deal because I made a little video about the D5600 about 6 months ago, just before I sold it. And it is by far and away my most popular video. I just threw it together. It's crazy. You love this camera. So the question is, what is going on? Well, in a statement to Tech Radar, Nikon says they've decided to archive some digital SLR camera models based on market trends. In Japan, the D5600 and D3500 are archived products, but will continue to be sold in countries and regions other than Japan. However, the photography giants also added that they plan to continue selling these products for the time being, and for areas other than Japan, they will consider the optimal timing for discontinuation based on the needs of the market and customers. So, no major drama just yet for those of us who live anywhere other than Japan, but this does signal that an end is coming to these pretty popular entry-level DSLR cameras, right? It's coming. Does this mean that there's going to be an end in general for those entry-level DSLRs with all this mobile technology? I don't know, only time will tell. But in my mind, that leaves us with two options that I would like to suggest. The first one is snag the D5600 while you still can, and the second one is head in a different direction instead. But the question is, which direction do you head in? If you've watched my D5600 review, you'll probably know my thoughts already. The 5600 is a great camera for photography, but when it comes to video in particular, the autofocus, it leaves a little to be desired. Photographers, go for it. YouTubers, maybe beware. But don't get me wrong, for the price, it is a stunningly good camera. I really love it. But here's a question I get asked on an almost daily basis here on my channel. What is a good alternative to the D5600? What if I do want great video on a budget? In other words, what if I want to go for option 2 and head in that different direction from Nikon's entry-level brands? They're dying DSLRs, right? I think there are a lot of options, of course, but personally, I would go on record saying that I think the recently released Canon EOS M50 Mark II is the way to go. It's significantly better for video, and in particular is a vlogger's dream, a YouTuber's dream. It shoots 4K video with digital image stabilization and has a much more accurate and quiet autofocus. These are great things, and while the image quality and the battery life of the M50 Mark II doesn't quite match up to the 5600, they are by no means terrible. And I don't personally own an M50, so I can't show you my own shots, but I have a few friends who just have nothing but good things to say about it. And to be honest, I'm kind of desperate to get my hands on one. I would love to have a go with one. In the description below, you'll find some links to some really great videos on Tech Gear Talk showing what you can get for pictures, and a great video demonstration by Think Media as well. So find those in the links below. But let me know. Nowadays, I'm using a GH5, a Panasonic GH5, and I love it. But if I was in the market for an entry-level, high-quality camera, here's what I would do. If you're someone who majors on photography and doesn't care so much about video, well, I would recommend going out and snagging a D5600 while you still can. Don't miss this opportunity. It's just a really good camera. But if you have aspirations of taking photos and making videos, I would say you can't really go wrong with the Canon EOS M50 Mark II. But what do you think? Does the fact that the D3500 and 5600 that they're dying? Does the fact that they're dying bother you? Is this the end of the entry-level DSLR? Do you think the M50 is a viable alternative? And if not, what would you pick instead? I would love it if you could let me know in the comments below. It's always a pleasure to hear from you. And in the meantime, if you have found this video helpful at all, you know what to do. Why not give it a thumbs up? And if you want to see more videos like this, again, you know the deal. I would be so grateful if you'd consider subscribing. And that's it from me for the first video of 2021. Have an incredible week, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye.